Top HFY stories, The Human Negotiator. The Galactic Senate chamber buzzed with tension as representatives from dozens of species took their seats. The air shimmered with the colors of translation holograms, each delegate wrapped in their native language's glow. At the center of the room stood a single human, unarmed and unarmored, yet carrying an aura of quiet confidence. Ambassador Alex Monroe had been summoned to mediate a crisis that threatened the fragile balance of the galaxy. The Acrylian Syndicate, known for their ruthless expansions, had begun encroaching on the borders of the Zerk Alliance, a peaceful coalition of trading worlds. Skirmishes had already broken out, and whispers of war were spreading faster than light. Alex was Earth's best. Humanity had a knack for negotiation, born from centuries of internal conflict and compromise. Where others saw insurmountable barriers, humans saw bridges waiting to be built. The Acrylian representative, a hulking creature with chitinous plates and a voice like grinding stone, was the first to speak. We demand what is rightfully ours. The Zerk Alliance occupies systems that are rich in resources we need for survival. The Zerk representative, a lithe, scaled being with shimmering eyes, retorted, "Your needs do not give you the right to invade our space. We offered trade agreements, but you refused." Alex raised a hand, silencing the room. "Enough," he said, his voice calm but firm. "This isn't just about resources or borders. It's about survival, for both of your people. A war would devastate your economies and cost millions of lives. No one wins in that scenario." The Acrylian delegate clicked its mandibles. "We do not yield to weakness." Alex stepped closer, meeting the creature's unblinking gaze. "It's not weakness to find a path that benefits both sides. It's survival. Let me propose an alternative." He activated a holographic display, projecting a map of the contested systems. "Here," he pointed, "are the mineral-rich planets you need, and here," he indicated another section, "are the trading routes vital to the Zerk Alliance. What if we establish a joint mining operation, overseen by a neutral third party? The resources are shared, and the routes remain open." The room fell silent. The proposal was bold, but it addressed the needs of both sides. Alex continued, "The galaxy is vast, and the challenges we face, cosmic storms, rogue AI, resource shortages, are bigger than any single species. If we keep fighting each other, we'll never be ready for the threats beyond." There was a murmur of agreement from other delegates. Even the Acrylian seemed to consider his words. After a long pause, it spoke. "Your proposal has merit, human, but how do we ensure trust?" Alex smiled. "Trust is built with time and actions, not words. We start small, with regular oversight and mutual accountability. I'll personally mediate the first year if needed." The Zerk delegate nodded slowly. "We are willing to try this compromise." A ripple of relief spread through the chamber. The immediate threat of war had been averted, and a new model for cooperation emerged. As Alex left the chamber, representatives from other species approached him with questions, proposals, and thanks. Humanity, once seen as a minor player in the galactic stage, was proving its value, not through might, but through understanding and negotiation. For Alex, it was just another day on the job. For the galaxy, it was a reminder of why humans were worth having around. Top HFY stories, The Human Negotiator, Part 2. Weeks had passed since the tense standoff in the Galactic Senate chamber, and the joint mining operation was officially underway. Ambassador Alex Monroe, true to his word, stayed on as mediator to oversee the initial stages of the collaboration. However, as progress was being made, new challenges began to emerge. The first problem arose at mining outpost Theta-7, located on the mineral-rich planet of Kaled-3. The Acrylian workers, accustomed to rigid hierarchy and precision, clashed with the more adaptive and free-flowing work style of the Zerk engineers. Tensions ran high, with arguments breaking out daily over efficiency and protocol. Alex arrived on-site in a shuttle, greeted by the sight of both sides standing apart in the mining facility's cavernous main hall, exchanging heated words. Acrylian foreman Talcrex stood opposite Zerk engineer Ultravel, their translator drones barely keeping pace with their rapid-fire accusations. "This delay is unacceptable," Talcrex growled, his mandibles clicking in agitation. "Your haphazard methods jeopardize our quotas." Ultravel's scales rippled in irritation. "Your obsession with rules wastes time. Innovation is the key to success." Alex stepped between them, raising his hands. "Enough, we're here to solve problems, not create more." Both leaders turned toward him, their postures tense. Alex continued, his tone even. "This is exactly why this project exists, to learn how to work together despite our differences. Tell me, what's the core issue here?" Talcrex jabbed a claw toward the Zerk engineers. "They disregard established protocols, introducing unnecessary risks." Ultravel countered, "Their protocols are outdated. We're finding faster, safer ways to extract the minerals, but they refuse to listen." Alex nodded thoughtfully. "It sounds like there's a communication gap. Let's fix that. He gestured to a holographic interface. We'll establish a shared system where both sides can propose changes, justify them, and vote on them collaboratively. Every new method or procedure gets tested in controlled conditions before implementation. Agreed. The Acrylian foreman and the Zerk engineer exchanged wary glances but eventually nodded. Agreed, Talcrex rumbled. For now. As the new system was implemented, productivity improved, and mutual respect began to grow. Yet, the peace was short-lived. Reports soon came in of sabotage on the supply lines between Kaled 3 and the Zerk trading routes. Mining shipments were being intercepted, and valuable resources vanished without a trace. Alex convened an emergency meeting with representatives from both sides. This could jeopardize everything we've worked for, he said, his voice heavy with concern. We need to investigate this together. Acrylian intelligence pointed to rogue Zerk factions unhappy with the cooperation, while the Zerk suspected Acrylian warlords looking to profit from stolen goods. Alex, however, suspected a third party entirely. He analyzed the intercepted cargo routes and noted a pattern. The attacks avoided heavily guarded sectors, targeting routes near an abandoned station in neutral territory. When Alex suggested sending a joint task force to investigate, both sides hesitated. It's a trap, Talcrex warned. We can't risk our people. Or a false lead to distract us, Ultravel added, but we have no better options. Alex volunteered to accompany the mission. If it is a trap, they won't expect us to work together, that's our advantage. Reluctantly, both sides agreed. The mission set out in a sleek transport ship, with Acrylian and Zerk operatives working side by side under Alex's leadership. As they neared the station, sensors picked up an energy signature, an ambush. Pirates, equipped with stolen technology, swarmed the ship, but instead of panic, the joint crew executed a flawlessly coordinated defense. Acrylian precision and Zerk adaptability meshed seamlessly, dismantling the pirate fleet with surgical efficiency. When the dust settled, Alex and the team discovered the truth. The pirates were hired by a shadowy galactic corporation aiming to destabilize the operation and claim the resources for themselves. With evidence in hand, Alex presented the findings to the Galactic Senate, exposing the plot and securing additional protections for the project. The mission's success solidified the partnership between the Acrylians and Zerk, proving that cooperation could overcome even the most daunting challenges. Alex returned to Earth briefly, hailed as a hero, but his work was far from over. The galaxy was vast, and humanity's gift for negotiation would soon be needed elsewhere. Top HFY Stories, The Human Negotiator, Part 3. The successful resolution of the sabotage incident brought newfound respect for Ambassador Alex Monroe and humanity's role in galactic affairs. The Acrylians and Zerk alliance publicly praised Alex's leadership, and the joint mining operation on Kaled 3 thrived. Yet, as Alex returned to his Earth-based office for a brief respite, a priority transmission from the Galactic Senate interrupted his short-lived peace. The message was grim. A rogue faction of the Kellan Dominion, an enigmatic and technologically advanced race, had begun encroaching on the Outer Veil, a region populated by smaller, vulnerable civilizations. The Kellans operated with a cold, utilitarian logic, prioritizing expansion and resource acquisition over diplomacy. Entire colonies had vanished without explanation, and panic was spreading. The Galactic Senate voted to send a delegation to negotiate with the Kellans, and Alex was the natural choice to lead. Despite his growing reputation, he knew this mission would be unlike any other. The Kellans were notorious for their refusal to engage in traditional diplomacy, considering it inefficient. They operated through logic-driven algorithms and dismissed emotions as irrelevant. The journey to the Kellan core world was harrowing. The Kellan ships, vast constructs of metal and energy, loomed like silent predators in the void. Upon arrival, Alex was escorted to an audience chamber unlike any he'd seen. The walls pulsed with holographic displays of data streams, and at the center sat a single Kellan overseer, a humanoid figure encased in gleaming armor, its glowing eyes betraying no emotion. Ambassador Monroe, the overseer said, its voice an eerie monotone. State your purpose. Alex inhaled deeply, steadying himself. I'm here to discuss your expansion into the Outer Veil. Your actions are causing unnecessary suffering. There must be a way to achieve your objectives without destroying lives and cultures. The overseer tilted its head, as if calculating. Our algorithms prioritize efficiency. Organic civilizations in the Outer Veil offer no value to our models. Their removal is logical. Alex fought to keep his frustration in check. Your logic disregards the value of diversity, creativity, and alliances. By destroying these civilizations, you're not maximizing efficiency, you're limiting your potential. Collaboration could yield greater results. The overseer's glowing eyes flickered. Explain. Alex stepped forward, activating a hologram of galactic trade routes. The Outer Veil civilizations are experts in niche technologies and resource management. They've adapted to environments your own people find inhospitable. Instead of erasing them, integrate their expertise. Offer them partnerships. In return, they can help optimize your expansion. The overseer paused, its gaze fixed on the hologram. Your proposal introduces variables outside current parameters. Uncertainty increases. Uncertainty also brings innovation, Alex countered. Human history proves that challenges and diversity drive progress. The galaxy's greatest advancements didn't come from uniformity, they came from collaboration. Let us help you model a new approach. For a long moment, the chamber was silent, save for the hum of data streams. Then, the overseer spoke. We will consider your proposal. A trial period will be established. Should inefficiency outweigh benefit, termination will resume. It wasn't a perfect solution, but Alex knew it was the best he could achieve for now. He bowed slightly. Thank you. Humanity will assist in facilitating this trial. The trial period began with cautious interactions between the Kellans and Outer Veil civilizations, with Alex acting as mediator. The Kellans struggled with the unpredictability of organic societies, but they couldn't deny the surprising efficiency of integrating local expertise. Terraforming projects accelerated, and trade routes flourished under the new partnerships. Yet, resistance came from within. Kellan purists, opposed to any deviation from their algorithms, launched covert attacks to sabotage the trial. Meanwhile, some Outer Veil factions distrusted the Kellans and sought to undermine the process. Alex worked tirelessly, navigating layers of suspicion and conflict. When a Kellan purist cell targeted a key Outer Veil colony with a bioweapon, Alex personally led a joint task force to stop the attack. Risking his life, he appealed directly to the purists, using logic to dismantle their argument for isolationism. You pride yourselves on efficiency, Alex said, standing before the purist leader, a towering Kellan. Yet your actions waste resources and destabilize the Dominion. Evolve your thinking, or become obsolete. Months later, the Galactic Senate received a report. The Kellan trial had exceeded expectations. Cooperative ventures between the Kellans and Outer Veil civilizations were proving mutually beneficial. The Kellans, while still rigid in their ways, began incorporating organic input into their models. For Alex, the mission was another hard-earned success. But as he returned to Earth, he couldn't shake a lingering thought. What other challenges awaited humanity in the vast, unpredictable galaxy? The answer came sooner than expected. A distress signal from the uncharted regions of space hinted at an entirely new threat, one that even the Kellans feared. But that's a story for another time.